Hey everyone, Sparks here, back for more FF14. Earlier we managed to get it so that our Chocobo can join us in battle, and we also finished a bunch of class quests. Ellipsa. Right now I aim to finish the class quests for Ul'dah and Gridania, so we can be finished with all the classes and be into the jobs. So let's get back into it. I'm pleased to say I managed to find and thwack all the dummies. You're well to deploy them where you did some. Thanks to you, I almost got killed several times. But what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger. I'm feeling stronger than I have in ages. As a matter of fact, I reckon I'm not far from gaining my former strength. One last step will get me there. I'll take it by having another bout with you, Artbert. I want you to meet me out in the Sagoli Desert at a settlement called Forgotten Springs. The place is home to the most luscious Makoto in society of yours. Can't wait to take in their lovely forms again. Okay, I think the place he's telling me to go is somewhere I don't recall. Yeah, I haven't been there yet. It's the opposite side from Little Alamico, so we'll have to walk there. But that's fine. We'll just also walk over. Okay, I'm gonna fast travel around a bit. Let's go to the Thaumaturgist Guild and finish off their quest too. So I think that one also takes me out to somewhere near Little Alamigo. Ooh, a new spell. Fortune's famous, Harper. Kokobusi has been spotted at Vesper Bay. Can't let this opportunity pass us by. Head there with all due haste, and with you take these descriptions of my brother's likeness and foremost mannerisms. Relay this information to some of the local residents, see what you can find. Okay, so Vesper Bay, we have a Aetheryte ticket that can easily teleport us there, and we will use it, because that's a lot easier than having to walk there. We also want to go to the Gladiators Guild. Damn it all, 7th health. This is madness. It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so. Whenever I've said about man, he would never resort to using poison. The Alakrim must be behind this. They have failed to kill him time and again, and now they're reaching out to their monetarist allies. They want to believe women when he said they had such influence, but wait, that's it. If anyone can help us unravel this plot, it's women. He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. Find women and see what he can tell us. Aldous is many things, but he is not a murderer. Women. Where is Women? Oh, he's hanging out near the Aetheryte. God, this armor squeaks. I kind of hate that. Makes you want to replace it sooner rather than later, because Jesus Christ. Because Is this armor rusty? Is that why it squeaks? Jesus. Ugh. Women. I was wondering when you might come along, Arbert. Frankly, I'm surprised Aldous went so quickly. God, no, there's no walking away from this. What happened between Aldous and Leopold 7 years ago? You really don't know, do you? Best to start at the beginning, then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Leopold were two of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the bloodstones, but he threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few guild more. See, the average old Don loves a good Colosseum fight. What better way to make a gladiatorial spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? So, when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating a match-fixing scheme of untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum, and his wins were stricken from the record. Her guildmaster, Mila, got the worst of it, though. No, not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but at the same time her father fell ill and passed away. There was some oddity surrounding his death, too. It was rumored he took his own life out of shame for his disgraced pupil, or that he might have even been murdered by the man. Basis is conjecture, really. But it made Aldous look that much worse. In the end, Mila lost two of the most important men in her life, and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. Leopold? He tried to do it go solo on the Bloodsands, but it wasn't the same. With Aldous, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of the man you so desperately want to save. Though, judging from that look in your eyes, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then, though you can't blame me for doubting a man found in possession of Rhalgr's bile. It is a vile poison. Rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. God only knows why they give it to Aldous. Could go to their headquarters at the Sepulchre in southern Famland and ask them direct, I reckon. I have an aversion to direct conversation personally. But you don't, do you? By the by, should you save the poor bastard's life, tell him we're even, and that I hope it was all worth it. Okay, so that takes us to Little Alamigo. So I'm going to switch to a Thaumaturge, and Vesper Bay. We have our Vesper Bay Aetheryte tickets. So let's use it. Alright, we need to ask around Bashful Geezer. What's that, son? So you're looking for someone? I believe I saw your Lollifel in the company of a couple of adventurers hailing from Linzalaminsa. A marauder and thaumaturge were I to hazard guess. I think they were talking about seeing the area north of here. So thank you, stranger. Not to mention, I did see a Lollifel who matches this description. He was watching the ferry come in with more than a passing interest, looking to hire some adventurers or some such, I reckon. Welcome to the Pish Pice. What can I get you? Information. Aye, that little bloke was in here, bringing a blush to all the young maidens' cheeks. Where he lacks in height, he certainly made up for in boldness. Left me more than one last night's arm, he did. And Kukubuki met me here. Oh, that's a nice statue. So Mormo has chosen this as her new hunting ground. The maidens seduced by the succubus will be prepared as vessels to hold her fully restored power. I fear they will have already been slain. As for the adventures, well, I think you imagine what Mormo intends for the thaumaturge. Must find him warn those unwitting Laminsons before the void sense strikes again. You were told they might be headed north, yes? It would be best for you to follow suit. Yeah, I can do that. Oof, named Marauder. Still here. It's still here. It's somewhere close. Aww, a void set. Who thinks they're a threat? Thanks, lad. Oh man, that little bastard said he would give us the Grand Tour of Ul'dah. It's been grand already. Please, he took me made further north. I think it was something about Moondrip. Arbor, what has befallen? I sense the presence of poison, but it appears you have things well in hand. Mormo is in Moondrip, being placed for the battle to come. It's time to finish this, my brothers. Kokobusi will be a slave to that thing no longer. That person's probably like, what the fuck was that? Well, we have a little army to help us. The enemies in this area will probably ignore us because they're lower leveled. I shall approach Momo first, as we discussed. The bargaining proceeds smoothly, and the void sent feasts on my preferred mana should soon manifest in a demonic form. Once Mormo is fully present within this realm, that is when you unleash the seething power of the Abyss. Though, after lecturing for so long on how a thaumaturge should avoid such threats, I yet hold doubts as to whether such a direct conflict is the correct path. Arbert, in your experience, what do you consider to be a thaumaturge's greatest strength? Introspection. Yes, indeed. It is perhaps only by looking within that we find the answers we seek. I am decided. My fate awaits me. I have faith that no matter what becomes of me, you shall succeed in destroying Mormo, ending your threat to this realm. Yay. Enough, Mormo. Well, well, it isn't the eldest of the cowardly thaumaturge brothers. I thought you'd be busy whimpering under your bed, wishing that I'd just disappear. I've come to offer you a deal. I know you seek the etheric energy needed to substantiate your true form. But how much time do you intend to waste feeding on these lesser mages? Compared to these stripling sorcerers in their trembling arcane flames, my power is as a blazing sun. Would you not prefer to take what I can give you? Dre myself has strewn your rightful appearance. I am sure you think me a coward, but that is of no consequence. I only wish Kokobusi returned to us unharmed. You are wise to actually ask me. And there we go. At last, at long last, my true body, my true power is mine once more. I believe a stretching of the old arcane muscles is in order. Oh no, you don't, Void Spirit. I won't let you leave here alive. Oh, they're all terrified. So you risk your lives in a valiant rescue attempt? You should not bet what you are not prepared to lose. I shall tear the ether from your very marrow. Yeah, good luck with that. I shall lend complete on my support. Your screams are my sustenance. I will keep on focused on me. I shall lend complete on my support. My fountains will rend the very air. Cry fiends for fun. It's all coming back to me. Why don't you come a little closer? The name of gods was that? Intimacy. She weaves our threats as spells. My spell was silenced, but we must muster our magics. Let all keep calm now. She seeks to perplex and confound us. Resistance of this spells will drink your blood. Cause minions from the void. Shit. Damn it. We could do this. We've almost gotten there. No, for centuries I dreamed of escape. I will not be denied. We won? We won! Victory is ours! Kokobusi, Kokobuki, Mormo is dead! Where am I? Thank Thal, you're awake, Kokobuki. Kokobusi has returned to us. Our sibling has yet to stir from his somnolent stupor. Buki? Its etheric channels have contracted. They are barely sufficient to sustain the flow of his life force. If we do not increase his capacity for ether soon, his vitality will drain away completely. My mana amplifying potion. Its potency limit, but just might be enough. It'll do the trick. After all, I'm not gonna kill off our guild master. Not after everything we went through. Yay. I see the battle ended, as I expected. You did it, Kokobusi! Your alchemy saved him! And we would not have prevailed without you, Albert. We will bear our brother back to the Oswald. Pray meet us there that we might properly express our gratitude. I will meet them there. But first... Hurry, where's the little amigo? Away. Alright. Alright, we need to infiltrate the enemy base, for which I think there's only one entrance. I'm waiting to do that quest, raiding new depths, until we actually hit level 35. I don't know why it's showing as accessible when we're not even the right level for it yet. I'm ready to... God. Fine. Revoke bill of sale. Ooh, some of the Alucard are here. We leveled up, yay. My companion is still a fair bit away. Alright. Alright. We need to go back to the Gladiators Guild to show the evidence. So we will instead go to do the pugilist. Pugilist becomes monk, and I will be happy when it does. I'll be happy when they all upgrade, to be honest. I constantly keep in my head referring to some of these classes that are, well, essentially just the pre-evolutions of the jobs by their job names. And it's confusing. Honestly, it's probably good we're heading to Forgotten Spring now. I'm pretty sure that there's a, I'm pretty sure the main scenario is going to take us here. So, heading there now just helps save us a bit of time later. Shit, yeah. Wait. Did I take a wrong turn somewhere? I think I did. Shit. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. There's probably a way to get here from the south, to be honest. No? That's fine. Let's just switch over to Pugilist. We'll sync up with the Aetherite and then go to the quest. This landscape takes me back, it does. Sand as far as the eye can see, crystal clear spring water cooling your feet, scantily clad lasses giggling as they bathe and frolic. I'll remember these things, but my body has forgotten the seamless combination earned me the epitaph of holiness. That's where I'd have you enter, Arbor. Sparring with you is what first got me back into the swing of things. Now it's time to finish the job, but before we begin, some warming up is in order. I want you to take yourself across the dunes to the south and defeat 5 sandbirds. I'll be waiting for you here. What? Don't I need to warm up too? Don't you worry, I had mine long before you arrived. Those enormous buggers never knew what hit them. If you don't want to be outdone by this, I'll mind you best run along and give them the same. I'll save the other quests for later. But I will happily do a bit of hunting content while we head to go deal with those sandworms. 5 of those. Jesus. Okay. Ba 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 ba. Alright. Well, we got the sandworms. Let's get back to the village. There's one of the Yarzons we need. Yay, we leveled up and finished another objective. Yay for hunting log completion. At some point I'll complete the full thing. Definitely before I hit level 40. I'll run around and fight all the enemies I need to. Ah, so you've seen the sandworms. Marvelous. Now the real training can begin. Thanks to you, I've managed to get most of my stamina back. I'm confident that I can go the distance with the fittest of them. But if I'm to defeat Wakefar, I'll need more than just endurance. I'll need to remember how each strike transitions to the next. You're going to help refresh my memory by pummeling the sense back into me. Hit me, Arbor, with everything you've got. Alright, if you insist. Showing as a level 20 enemy. Oh, that's it, give me more! This pain, I can feel it working. This is it, this is the feeling. He's up to level 25, yay. This is what I call growing pains. I'm not finished yet. I win. Next round will be mine. Are you sure about that? Well, he's back to level 30 at least. Brace Robert, I remind you to finish this. Ha, nothing if not persistent. I have it. I've got it. As the river flows to the sea, heedless of all the bars its path, so too must the combination be. Huh, that even rhymes. Thank you, Arbor. The raging torrent of your blows has been a strike of lightning to my brain case. Remember everything. Master, it's Wakefar. The man is back on die. He's demanding that you fight him. Now. So it begins. Very well. I will go settle the score with Wakefar. He will be the first to know that the Holy Fist has returned. Well, then I guess we should teleport back. Have I attuned to that? Just making sure that I definitely am tuned to it. Huh. Alright, this must be it. Ooh, it's gonna be an instance thing. This should be fun. Which means we're gonna be part of the fight, probably. I didn't expect you to come so soon, if at all. Sure you want to go ahead with this? I'm a man of reason. I'd sooner not have to hurt you. Just give up now, and we can put an end to this mummer's farce. You can live out the rest of your days in peace. The only mummer's farce I see is a man trying to squirm out of his own self-wrought challenge. I'm gonna make you the same offer. Walk away, and you won't get hurt. You see how the Holy Fist is going to perform his legendary technique. And here on the avenue, is it safe? Gah! The age has robbed you of your wits as well as your strength. Well, if you're so eager for pain, who am I to deny it to you? Just remember, there ain't no going back once your head goes flying. Damn! For a brief moment there, he took on the image of his younger self. And he was a blonde. Go figure. Just like old times, eh, Wakefar? Hurrah! See that? Because I sure as hell didn't. He was too fast. No. This can't be. I refuse to be beaten by a senile old fool. Get your arse out here, all of you. Pathetic. In case you're wondering, that was Pluto. The draft of it, your body turns hard as iron. Not even blades can pierce it. Stubborn bugger. Pluto is on our side now. We're Rakuta, but why? I refuse to fight on the side of cheats. Say your prayers to whatever gods you keep. Town fish, not even your mother's will be nice. Alright. Lock up your heads and shake down your neck. Really quick, guard me. You heard Master Hamon. We take care of the minions. I have your back. Playhouse, what guy's amazing as hell. Yeah, he sure is. Mayhap I'll try some terror with the slice of your adorable stews. Or with regard to me, you wanted to fight. Oh, he's such a watch out, Albert. Wait for it comes. My ultimate attack took him down. You did it, Master Bond. You won. Master. No, Chuchuto, we won. This victory wasn't mine alone. Holy fisticuffs, that was incredible. You wiped the avenue with those crooks. I'm gonna tell my grandchildren tales of what happened here. Our work here is done. Let's all go home. To the guild. Yee. I should go join them. I want to thank you again, Albert. It's because of you I was able to rekindle my fighting spirit and conquer my demons. Perhaps even more importantly, Rurikut has come to his senses and Chichucho's back to a bubbly self. Please forgive me, Master. I will have no more to do with the Alacrins. I will roam the land till I find myself and strive to become a great pugilist like you. You've only just returned, you're leaving us already? I suppose there is lots I can say that will change your mind. If you ever want for company or a sparring partner, know that you're always welcome here. Youthful vigor is a truly blessed thing. Go well, my boy. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll do me proud. As for you, Albert, your combinations were a sight to behold and right painful to receive. Helping with my training, you've come into your own as a pugilist. You have grown strong, Albert. Your journey as a pugilist is far from over. As far as I have, you have to overcome many more trials and tribulations. Whoever challenges threaten to block your way, I'm confident that you'll be able to blaze yourself a path. So long as your spirit burns bright and your fists fly with conviction, there's nothing you can't achieve. I'm the living proof. Forge forward, young one, and create a legend for yourself never to be forgotten. Ooh, what's this? This will be the monk quest. Tell me, do you know Professor Eric? He's a scholar of Eorzean military history whose genius is second to none. He's among our most valued clients. Some find him to be verbose, tedious, haughty, but never mind all that. The man spends more gil on a moon's research than most people see in a lifetime, hence our amicable relations. His latest work has him visiting the sites of ancient battlefields. He insists on surveying lands plagued by savage beasts. According to him, the beasts keep man away, and less intrusion by man means greater preservation. Whatever his reasons, should the professor meet an untimely fate, we will be unable to collect the gil he has borrowed, much less the interest. Oh, and it would be a terrible loss for the academic community, and so on and so forth. Yes. The point is, the man must needs be guarded. To that end, I sent a monk of Alamigo to see to his safety, but it turns out the bloody oaf has no work ethic about him. Just like an Alamigan. The professor cannot focus on his work if he feels endangered, and so has demanded we assign him a new bodyguard. That's why I'm so glad to see you, Albert. The professor is awaiting his new escort as we speak. I'd like for it to be you. You are yet a mere pugilist. Perhaps this task will prove some insight into what is the monkhood does around here. Make for the Goldsmiths Guild and there seek out our good friend Professor Eric. The professor claims he will pay his debt and the fees for his protection once his research is complete. See it to our investment doesn't end up under the paw or in the maw of some nasty beast. Actually, come to think of it, I messaged my dad earlier today about something important. Did he ever get back to me? Okay. He hasn't gotten back to me, which means he's probably busy. It's fine. Let's go over to the Thaumaturgus Guild and turn in their quest. The whole family's here. Thank you, Arbor. After seeking refuge in the comforting shadows of the abyss for so long, I had lost sight of the blazing glory of which Thaumaturge is capable. The raw power and audacity of your magecraft has freed my brothers and me from our self-imposed cowardice. I thought Thal himself had his fingers at my throat. The sensation of hard-won supremacy is strangely satisfying. As for you, Kukubusi, you are our brother and our respected colleague. I hope you never again underestimate the precious power you wield. Albert, you have exceeded all my expectations. The recognition of your outstanding growth as a thaumaturge shall impart to you one of the guild's most closely guarded techniques. Mana Ward is a defensive weaving of energy that blunts the force of any attack made against you. Sure, you can understand why we do not teach this secret to every stray hedge wizard who chooses to join our ranks. Now that you have experienced deadliest threats, the joy that comes with their obliteration, I am certain you are eager to explore just how deep you might descend into the chasm of thaumaturgy. May your struggles bring wisdom, and your wisdom bring courage. I, for one, look forward to hearing of your future thaumaturgical endeavors. Yay for getting a new spell. Mana Ward, which will go up here. Okay. That's useful. Alright, Bert, I've been waiting for you, in a way. Please let me sit. Do you know of the Marasaja pit? It's a prison here in Ul'dah. In prison, a man will do most anything to keep his mind occupied. Of late, one inmate claims to hear the voice of Nal Thal. No doubt he has lost his mind after serving 100 years of a life sentence. But he knew you by name, Arbert, and maintains the trader's demand you win the gem of Shatoto and exchange it for his release. A farce, no doubt. I make it for nothing more than the maniacal ravings of a cell-crazed, sweaty-toothed madman. But I fear the only way to be sure is to free him of the pit. The prisoner's name is Kwakaruka Tataruka. As if his story were not proof enough of his lunacy, he also styles himself a black mage. But such magic was lost to Eorzea centuries ago. Who does a senile charlatan think he will fool with such rubbish? Nevertheless, he has invoked the name of Nal Thal, and so the Order feels it unwise to ignore his words. Though I am still no believer, you have come, as he said you would. So let's get to the bottom of this, shall we? It may be that you are an agent of fate, or perhaps you are merely a crooked old man's accomplice. In either case, I ask that you travel to High Bridge in Eastern Thailand, seek out a plainer fisher, or if between this world and the next. Fell whatever beast might lurk there, and water the earth with their blood. According to our gallows mummer, doing so will give rise to the gem of Shatoto. The gem is no more than a pretty stone, oft mentioned in bedtime stories and tales of fairies. We shall see if it truly exists. I shall await your findings here. Return to me when the deed is done. Cool. Well, first things first. Squeak, squeakity squeak. Where have you been, Arbor? Aldous has been given over into the custody of the Circarium. They need to execute it. We must do something. Details of dealings made between the Alakan and the Corpse Brigade for the purchase of a deadly poison known as Ralver's Bile. This poison, is it? You've proof that the Alakan purchased it from the Corpse Brigade. Thank gods you've done it. Good, you must show this to the official presiding over this execution at Highbridge. Go now. Oh, we got 2 quests to Highbridge. Well, if that's the case, I guess we'll quickly make our way to the Goldsmith's Guild. And continue whatever quest is here, too. Hello, Professor Eric. Ah, my punch-prone manservant, I presume. You may and shall call me Eric. You are to guard my life, even at the cost of your own, and aid in my revolutionary research whenever and however asked. Know that my primary endeavor is to reconstruct the military histories of old through the ethereal analysis of ancient battlegrounds. I assume the words conjure in your simple mind romantic images of vast plains and open valleys, with armies charging blindly at one another. False! I seek to know where the armies of old were deployed, where they made camp and marched. No doubt you think such lands to be those sung of in the songs of bards. False. They are here, beneath our very feet. To find them and determine precisely how events unfolded upon them is my purpose. No doubt you jumped at the chance to aid in my work. Tell me, which of my treatises have you read? All of the... None? God, I knew the adventurers had a reputation for being unlettered. I didn't know you actually made efforts to remain so... Remains? Jeez. Okay, you're gonna get slapped. Matters not. I require only that you work with diligence, unlike that Wittergelt buffoon. The man proved to be a sloth itself. Alas, he is a monk of Alamigo. I suppose the fool was too busy opening his chakra or whatever it is those barbarians do all day. I admit, he seemed keenly interested in my research, but now he's gone off to 12 knows where, and has yet to return. You understand the sheer magnitude of this inconvenience? Yeah, I get it. Good, good. You show that much promise, at least. Let's speak more of my work. Our first destination is the Silda excavation site in central Thanlan. I believe events of great importance to the history of Silde transpired there. Surely if you have ears, you have heard of Silde? Or are you deaf as well as dull? Very well, I see you require some instruction. It would be remiss of me as an academic to allow you to wallow in such ignorance. Sildi was plunged into chaos in the wake of King Lalawefu's demise, or the King of Springs as he was known. Despite successive economic reforms, babble, 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 fomented unrest among the people, babble, babble, resulting in violent outbreaks throughout the kingdom. Silda was babble, babble, sultan at the time, babble, babble, distant descendant, babble, babble, attack was ordered, babble. And so babble, irony of ironies, babble, and been for the horse, babble. Fascinating, is it not? Is enough to convince one thing could not have happened any other way, no? False! One among my colleagues disagrees with his interpretation of events, claiming to have evidence suggesting otherwise, but all trace of it disappeared before it was published. Mine own research shall unearth any such evidence should it truly exist. I shall know the truth. Granted, you are not the brightest coal in the brazier, but surely such a prospect entices even you. And so we make for the Hilda excavation site in central Thanlan. Travel the way before me and see that it is safe. Once there, set up this etherometer. And should you ever care to know more of either the military history, do come and see me. It is a personal crusade of mine to guide the dullards of this realm towards some modicum of enlightenment. Okay. Where is this excavation site? Near Backbus Station. Because we got 2 missions in the same area, I'm gonna go ahead and do this one first. Also, go check. Ooh, leveled up. Yay. I'm gonna focus on making mine the best healer that it can be. Prioritizing that over anything else. Here we go. Use the thermometer. Well done. Now we need to only wait for the event to gauge the... Oh, goody. There are fiends about Arbor. They are often drawn to the lingering sense of blood and death. Well, this is what you're here for. Have at it. Beat the blood out of these dust things. Their attention is still taken. That's it. Yes, the data is flowing now. I don't know why they're not coming after me directly. Ah, here comes the truth, though. I don't know about that. The fight's gonna get interrupted by somebody, isn't it? Yep, there he is. something's happening. Wintergeld. So good of you to drag yourself all this way, you pureblood sluggard. Arbert, you have far exceeded what admittingly low expectations I had of you. I suppose instructions are in order. Far be it from me to deny the realms unread the comfort of one another's company. Wintergeld, Arbert, Wintergeld, the monk I spoke of, sent to me by Gegaruna. I tried to make a pupil of Wintergeld as well, but he had little mind for history. His primitive belief in the witchcraft of chakra and spiritual energies have a tenacious hold on him. Truly, this is the area where there have been sightings of walking dead. I have heard the tales. Some claim they've seen an apparition wearing the garb of an ancient commander. Careful, there are still dangers about. His work is dear to him. That is good. He thirsts for knowledge, for truth. Discovery awakens him. You too have awoken, friend. Can you not feel it? Do not be frightened. Here was a battle, long ago. Much energy remains. It has found you. It flows through you. Your chakra has been opened. This was the light that shone from you. It is as Eric said, Rittergilt is my name. I am a brother of the monkhood. My order is the Fist of Ralgr. Our way is to train the body and mind. The fist is our weapon. With it, we put down our enemies. The energy within us moves the fist. The chakra is a seat of energy. It is a sacred place. It can be opened, and the life force within controlled. Chakra exists in all life, in all that lives, in all beings. And all beings can open them. Much training is needed, and great discipline. With these, the life force be commanded. There are those who require no training. Their inner strength is such that it forces the chakra open. I have heard of this happening, but never have I seen it until now. I see in you great conviction. You mean to walk the monk's path, and so I will give you this, a soul crystal, the mark of my order. None but a monk may hold it, and only then would the orders leave. But your chakra is awakened, that is clear, and so you are worthy. Many bore that crystal before you. It remembers them, their breath and their movement. They will one day be yours. But your chakra must open further. Only then can the crystal's memories enter you. This is no more than the beginning. Now you must train. Learn to control the life force within you. With time, you will master it. We stand on an ancient battleground. A great war was waged here. The spirit of the fight lingers. The ether reaches for the chakra. It aids in their opening. That is why we monks seek such lands. Eric seeks these lands for reason of his own. The fates favor you in this. Follow him. Your chakra will grow evermore. Professor Eric is leaving. Fear not. I will see to his safety. Please, brother. The etherometer. Gather it and bring it to the Goldsmith's Guild. Will do. Okay, next stop, what's it called again? Drybone in eastern Danlan. Onwards. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have a long day tomorrow, so I better make sure that I do my daily before I go to bed today. I'll queue up for it once I've finished all the class quests, I think. Or when I'm playing as a class that I actually want to do the leveling roulette as. Like... Lancer's the lowest one, so it would have to be the one that I use. Oh, there's the planar fissure we've been sent to investigate. Void sent blood onto the planar fissure. Thaumaturge, hear me. Huh. An doesn't want to put up your weapon, friend. Kazakcha means you no harm. So, you are the one of whom Kuruka prophecy speaks. By your hand was the blood of these creatures spilt upon this earthen vein, was it not? That is correct. That you have earned this gem of Shitoto. Take it. You will know what to do with it when the time comes. With it, my part is done. Farewell for now. Yep, that's our job, Crystal. Well, let's switch over to Gladiator and finish the quest that it has. Unsettled Gladiator. We tried to lay them out, but they've already taken all this below. Hurry, before it's too late. We need to hurry. The Sicarium has sentenced your death for your crimes against the Sultan. Have you any less? Who are you and what do you want? The old accusation you make, adventurer. However, the Sicarium has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of gods and men, and he will be executed forthwith. Don't waste your breath, Arbor. Thou scales have always yielded to wealth above all else, and they have all spent fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal. And you, what are you waiting for? Do it. Where did that? Aldous! Just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the headsman's axe. If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you'd be willing to offer yourself in exchange. Mercy! Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it is punishable by death. Really? Like you have any right to judge us. I had a feeling this spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. So, it's to be a rematch. Very well, I accept. None of the others need you, Ardbert. Leave him to me. If you insist. They need you up on the bridge, Ardbert. I'm aware. Trying to get there as quickly as I can. Up here, Ardbert. Now this is in the middle of deal with that mage, Ardbert, quickly. That's it for the duty, huh? We win. Aldous. Aldous. You almost have me, Leopold. Stay back. I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory, just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Tell me, Alice, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you ever loved? I want to know how much you suffered. Let go, Leopold. It's over. Like hell's it is. I swear, you will never know peace. Not in this life, or the next. And he's throwing himself off. Of course he is. Leopold, no! You know, damn well neither of us will see Foul's realm. Let's go. Our comrades are waiting. Yeah, they are. I'm sure they'd love to know what the heck happened. Feels a shame that the twin to Aldous' sword is lost forever. Also, what was up with that shield that Leopold was using? It was weird. I'm glad you were there, Arbert. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Alacrim. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You'll make a wonderful attraction. Of course, you need a title that fits your prowess. Now that's all over, you'll be staying, won't you? No, Leopold may be dead, but the Alacrim are far from finished. Rather not linger or give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a true tragedy that I cannot enjoy the company of Aldal's lovely ladies any longer, but I have faith that equally radiant beauties await me in distant lands. Aldous, another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Sword has permitted a disgraced gladiator to fraternize with her subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Mila. I'm known to have this effect on the fairer sex. I should have let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might learn something of humility. But how am I supposed to remember the lesson without a head? Your father will be proud of you, Mila. Don't ever change. Ah yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say to you before I go, Arbert. 7 years ago, before my last match on the Blood Sands, I was given an offer. A sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Leopold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honor or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice, in spite of all that came of it. To this day, I have no regrets. It's a simple thing to know that what's right. Listen to that heart of yours, and it will never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades. Have faith in your skills. You will triumph over any adversity. And with that, I bid you all farewell. Better not have to wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to. What in seven hells are you all looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you all training right now? Think all it takes to stand on the blood sands is a sword and a stupid grin? No. It takes years of hard work, an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman here has the potential to become a champion, but it is you, and you alone, who decides your destiny. So as we now, Glares, will you follow in the footsteps of your brothers and sisters and inscribe your names in legend? Aye! Alright, now we've been given another quest. Oh, there you are, Bert. Perfect timing. I've just heard a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're going to be interested in. Apparently, remember you heard this first from me, the Sultan's Sworn Elite are sharing the secret skills and training of paladins. Incredible, I know. The Sultan's Sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer track elites, you had no chance to learn the arts. The competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. Everyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Aldan Sultanate, which meant no more adventuring, no more daring do, and no more Colosseum. Just languishing about in the palace all day polishing plate mail. That's why this news is so big. Now anyone with a commitment can learn the skills of a paladin. And no memorizing the 55 commandments of the Sworn or any other nonsense either. This is golden, no, a platinum opportunity that comes once in a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your just desserts. You need to go to the Royal Promenade on the hustling strip. Find the captain of the Sultan's Sworn Elite. Genlins is his name. And tell him how you're just dying to become a paladin. Oh, I will. But first, gonna switch over to Thaumaturge. Go to the Thaumaturge's Guild. And continue this quest. Well, you certainly smell as though you've been off spilling blood, but it will take more than a waft of foulness to convince me you are an agent of divine will. I take it yours was an eventful journey? It's exactly as described in the tales. Could truly be a gem of Shatoto? Probably good. I can feel the magic pulsing within it. The tales tell that only souls blessed by the grace of Naldal are entrusted with the keeping of the gem. This is beyond mere coincidence. I must investigate further. You must assist me, Arbert. This now involves you as much as any other. Still, I cannot shake my inner skeptic. If Kurkaruka somehow made contact with the outside world, and even manipulating adventurers such as yourself for ends yet unknown to us, I will call emergency council of the order. Please wait here. Hello there. That will not be necessary. Kurkaruka, what are you doing here? How have you escaped the pit? Watch your tongue, you fool. Master has passed a century in meditation, communing with Naldal. We'll address him with the proper respect. The jailers of the Marasaja pit are very different from the heretics of your order. Suffice to say, they had wisdom enough to listen. Must I remind you again, the will I speak is that of Naldal himself. The true criminal is he who ignores the words of a god. Beware, Kurkaruka. The 12 seldom spare those who claim their voice. Tomorrow's farce will bring disaster to us all. The cause disaster will come will be no swords of mine, of that to be sure. Naldal spoke unto me. By his own declaration, the seal on the void gate will be broken. Once thrown open, it can be closed once more by none but he who bears the gem of Shatoto. I speak of you, Armorzam. Huh. The gem you hold is the mark of a mage of the black. With it in hand, you must now step forth to gather the keys needed to seal the void gate. I hate how his staff looks with the hat. Well, you can't, you don't have the right to... I can't just let this happen. Silence, you hollow-pated prick. Those who do not listen shall not be heard. Damn. You take for yourself the title of Thaumaturge, and so I will not suffer you to claim ignorance. You know as well as any of the existence of a netherworld, rife with shadow and monstrosity, the void. As the power of the void waxes, the barrier between it and our own world wanes. Eventually that barrier will falter and the void gate will open. Once it has, only the black magic of Eld can reseal it. This is sacrilege. As one who now commands the forces of destruction, I bid you go further, Black Mage. Gem of Shoto is our sigil, the mark of the Magi devoted to true dark art. In it you already possess the first key required to see the void gate sealed. You have taken the black, but time is needed before the black takes you. void permeates mind and body, the colors and colors every fiber of your being dark as pitch. Visit Milvaneth Sacrarium, and there hear the words of Lalai. I'll be fine, don't worry. Oh, hear the power to destroy. Master it. With it, destroy that which would destroy you. Miners Guild. Master is meditating in his chambers. For Nalthal always speaks and Master must listen. He has entrusted me with guiding you on your path, but you must walk alone yet. Come again when the black is growing stronger within you. New skill as well. Alright, actions. Job. Mana front. Go. Well, look who has decided to grace us with his presence. Did you enjoy the saunter back? I'm just about to begin my analysis, so if you've matters you wish to speak on, then you save it for... So you brought the ether meter. Excellent. I had a feeling you might not be entirely useless. Now, let us see what discoveries await. We were going to pass along a soul pursuit to you. Moved to join the monkhood by the bone-headed clod, were you? I suppose it is for the best that my pupils get along. But I do believe I will see to it you are sent to separate locations for the next round of measurements. Dare say the land to which I intend to send you is fraught with danger. You'll best tread the monk's path quickly if you mean to defend yourself, and me besides. The next monk quest will be available from Eric upon reaching level 35. Arms of the Destroyer. Oh, it's just an upgrade to our existing ability. Ah, there's the new one. Yeah. No. Rockbreaker was a new skill. Changes to raptor form. So, hold on. Raptor form, corporeal form, Opo Opo. This is actually the third level of it. Because Raptor to Corel back to Opo Opo. It's fine. Alright. Wait, did I? No, I forgot to equip and update the geared set. Now I have, so let's continue. Yes, I am Jenins, member of the Sultan's Sworn Elite and servant of the Eldan Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about training as a paladin? If so, I would have your name, good sir. Ardbert, a fine name. I bid you welcome, and salute your noble resolve. But if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. A paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sells swords and gladiators and others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves, but a paladin serves the greater good. Do you understand me? Battle arts that a paladin learns have been held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan's Sword Elite for nigh on these 600 years. Of all those sworn to protect the Sultanate, the soldier, the mounted guards, and the knights, we are the elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering, our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultan's Sworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are a shadow of what we once were. The Sultan returns to sell swords to defend her palace. All this because of one traitor. No, because of a blot of dishonor left by one who shall not be named. Because of him, we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. Here you are. We shall instruct you in the paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan's Sworn, but serve as a free paladin. However, first you will show us that both your sword and heart have metal, and you are worthy of the honor. In the ruins to the south of Little Alamigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters, give their hearts to the fire. Return and present to me the ashes as proof of your deed. Now, would-be paladin, show me the metal in your heart and steel in your blade. So that's Little Alamigo we need to go to. Cool. Oop, wrong way. To the south. Hopefully this isn't an instanced thing. If it is, that's fine. It's just that if it's not, then it means I can have my birdie here with me. Alright. Goody. Ooh, cutscene plays. If you are in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the paladin arts. Make no mistake, simply learning paladin swords to play does not make you a paladin, nor does the armor you wear or the status you claim. I am just another aging free paladin, but you do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that binds, and find the true path of the paladin. Here, you'll be returning the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. The way you use that sword reminded me of a man I used to know. My eyes may be old, but they can see the truth well enough. Be a paladin strong and true. Devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. To the Chamber of Rule. This is not finished the quest, which is interesting. Face the undead, yeah. Yes, that's what I need. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true and your sword is metal. I'm delighted you will prove to be an attentive pupil. That is well. There is much to learn. First and foremost is this. You are a paladin now, custodian traditions ancient and noble. A free paladin has no master. Instead he travels all lands and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenseless. You swear fealty, not to a lord, but to yourself. You are nobility amongst adventurers. You have taken your first steps on a new path. You have earned the right to bear this, the soul of the paladin. Upon its surface are carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. You will bear as it commands the respect of all knights of honor. Oh, it's Fang. You already possess a crystal? See, it was given to you by an unknown free paladin who told you to hand it to me? Where is this crystal that you speak? I imagine you show it to me at once. Curse him. He has made a mockery of the trial. That crystal you bear is indeed a soul of paladin, but it is disgraced, impure. It was stolen from the Sultan's Sworn. The man who gave you this soul is the very traitor whom I have been seeking these many moons. He is an oath-breaker who bent the knee to the Ogan Sultanate and who swore allegiance to the Sultan's Sworn, then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on honor, on the paladin way? His soul is polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by a captain of the Sultan's Sworn. That traitor is no Sultan's Sworn, still less a captain. By giving you a soul, he insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance. But through reigns long and short, our forebears in the Sultan's Sworn have preserved its rituals and traditions. We are duty bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our own ranks score them as relics. It's been my fate to be named captain of the Sultan's Sworn in these troubled times. Though I did not ask for this honor, I have bent my knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty. I will fight to restore our honor and name. You wield a skilled blade, more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as a paladin will be to help me bring him to justice. You must ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the day comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honor binds you as surely as any oath. Yeah. Cool. And next is available level 35. Okay. Like that. We are finished here. So our next stop is Gridania. Take up the last level of Archer, Lancer, and Conjurer. And also while we're at it, we'll take on the Summoner quest. Check something. Yeah, we're fine. And Archer. Oh, we get a new attack. Thank God you've come, Albert. Perhaps you can talk some sense to this stubborn fool. Calm down, Soldair. At least let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder, for there is no time, Lucian. Hawa would be long gone before their forces had even assembled. Alone I can move more swiftly, take these poachers by surprise, and force them to divulge your location. I understand how you feel, Soldair, but this is too reckless. At least permit Arbor and me to accompany you. You, the adventurer and savage, you cannot understand. Soldair. I do understand. I know what it means to take pride in your home. To want more than anything to protect it, and to be consumed by guilt when you cannot. I see what you're going through, Soldair, and I understand. The guilt taught me to open my eyes and see clearly. I beg you, Soldair, open yours. You have friends here, ready to fight. You have us. I've never considered you my friends. Do not follow me. Too bad, we're going to. Well, his lying certainly has him improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting involved, he's an even bigger fool than I imagine. Come, Arbor, to the South Shroud. Yep, I will be along shortly. First, Lancer. Oh, right. Arbor, ever a sight for sore eyes. By your return, I take it you are ready for the final trial? Very well, let us... kill Master Wan. You are wounded. What has happened? We were attacked, sir, by a Dusk White Lancer. As we trained in the forest, he was impossibly strong. A demon, kept saying something about teaching us true courage. No, not him. Not full kiss. We were in the west corner of the central shroud. When it happened, I was able to get away, but the others... You must help the others. Be strong, man. Sir Albert, the trial must wait. Pray make haste to Central Shroud and help your comrades. And Albert, if you press force your hand, do what must be done. 12 Swedes, you are on your way. there's Emita. Your Arbor is that, my presume. Well met, and thank you for coming. My name, as you have obviously surmised, is Emitra. I am a member of the Sons of Saint Connaught. Ours is a Charlian order that seeks the lost knowledge of the Allegan Empire. In that regard, we have recently made a singularly important discovery at our dig site in Mordona. We salvaged from the ruins a set of ancient texts describing the existence of a sect of Allegan mages known as Summoners. These were arcane practitioners said to have the ability to siphon the essence of the primals, manifest a stolen energy as a biddable ally known as an Eggie. Should we succeed in resurrecting such arts, we might well hold in our hands the power to bring this age of conflict to an end. There is, however, as there always must be, a monumental obstacle to realizing this reality. In order to manifest these obedient incarnations of the beast and savage deities, we must first defeat a primal and capture its etheric essence. Thus, only one who can boast such a daunting achievement under his belt may even begin on the path to becoming a summoner. You understand now why I called upon you? If you wish to contribute to my research, then come to me in the west of Bigger Strike in southern Thanalan. There shall we conduct a ritual of summoning, the austerities of flame. Okay. We can do that. After we go to the Conjurer's Guild. And complete its quest. To the Conjurer's Guild. Yeah, I'll finish the quests here in the Shroud before we consider traveling to Thanalan. Ugh. Well, this is where we get cured too. Arbor, your presence here is most welcome. I have another task to which your maturing skills are well suited. Attend me closely. Expansive wounds that ooze corruption have formed throughout the forest. After examining traces of the sizable disturbances you previously cleansed, I can only conclude this phenomenon is the work of a malign agent. You must be found swiftly, lest the corruption spread. I would have you assist in the investigation. Guildmaster, you must let me help. Sylphie? Since I got back from the South Shroud, I've spent all my time studying the force of nature. I even sat through one of Hero Villanelle's lectures. Those was crying out in pain. My skills are still a bit lacking in some areas, but I want to do what I can for the forest. Lacking, Sylphie, you have yet to master a single offensive spell. Without the means to defend yourself, it would be far too dangerous to send you off into the forest alone. So I am to stay here then? Not necessarily. Harper, with your consent, I would have Sylphie accompany you once more. I would not propose this arrangement solely for her safety in mind. Given the nature of the investigation, it is likely Sylphie's innate talent for hearing will prove as useful to you as your conjuring will to her. There is much you might accomplish together. Yeah, I can work together. Sylphie, you are not to approach any source of corruption without Arbor at your side. Do I make myself clear? And should you chance to encounter the origin of these disturbances, do not initiate a confrontation. Too often, you allow your curiosity to overwhelm your good sense. Now go. May the elementals watch over you. Yes, Guildmaster. Something tells me we should start a quarry mill in the South Shroud. Meet me there as soon as you can, Arbor. And hurry. The corruption is spreading. Okay, South Shroud for 2 of these missions, so we'll deal with Lancer first, because that is going to take us to, well, closer to the Central Shroud gates that we opened as part of a quest. Having access to that exit is great. There it is. Help! For the love of the 12, help me! Okay. That's it. That was the entire duty. I knew my life, friend. Another breath and I would have become worm fodder. The Dead Lancer unleashed the fiends upon us, claiming it would temper our courage. She had seen the look in his eyes and said it. Mad bastard. Where is he now? I think he headed off towards the North Shroud. Maybe in the direction of Fulgurd Float? Can't say for sure. I was concentrating on skills, didn't I? If it's a reckoning you seek, you are like to be disappointed. Those of us who managed to outrun the worms will already have lured the whalers. Dare say that Esquire is being held at spirit point as we speak, begging for his worthless life full of his own piss. Serves the bastard right and all. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that easy. Don't know why that was a solo duty. Feels like there could have easily just been a walk up to mission. Oh, I shouldn't have gone south for this. Ah well, too late now. Don't care, buddy. I'm ignoring you and heading straight for the mission. Nope. Proceed. This is the real duty, the real challenge. What kept you? Helping your comrades, you say? Fool. You waste your pay on false friends. It's only a matter of time before they betray you. Aye, just like those wretches who saw me imprisoned and exiled. I was once an upright citizen of Gridania, and a man of the Lancers Guild. Yet life was not easy. For want of the coin to obtain the barest necessities, I conspired with my closest comrades to steal from the guild's coffers. The theft soon came to light, and though there were no suspects, it was clear the deed had been perpetrated by someone within the ranks. An air of suspicion hung heavy on the guild from that day forth, until at last, unable to bear the guilt, I convinced my accomplices to join me in confessing. Only for them to bite their craven tongues after I'd stepped forward and admitted my part in the crime. So it was I alone took the blame. Of course it was a dust mite, everyone said. Was there ever any doubt? It all made perfect sense, despite my heartfelt pleas. My so-called friends denied any involvement. Said they called me vulgar names that I do not care to repeat. Can you imagine the shock and anguish I felt at their betrayal? Would that I had the strength to force the truth out of those traitors. Would that I had had the courage to escape my dungeon cell, even if it meant taking some hapless guard's life. To run my vengeance with no small amount of self-loathing, I resolved to forge my courage anew. I strode into the layers of ravenous fiends while drenched in blood. I put their helpless offspring to the spear, that I might face the unbridled fury of their kin. Are we wearing the same armor but different color? His armor said we look similar to what I'm wearing. No, it's different. For my efforts, I have acquired the ultimate courage. A courage forged in this danger and tempered by rage. I fear nothing, and the greatest lancer that has ever lived. You're not. You face the greatest lancer that has ever lived. You are a sole lancer worthy of the name. By defeating you, I will prove my courage. You will not get the better of me. Thinking with honor, to hell's with their honor. There we go. I win. Impossible. My courage is absolute. You're gonna fall, mate. No, come no closer. And there he goes. Yep. Horror on his face was genuine as he fell to his death. The absolute fool. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry! Yay. No. Bloody enemy interrupting me. Let's try again. In nature's embrace. Well, there's the corrupted soil. Brilliant, but it was only starting. The forest still groans in pain. I can hear it. It's come from the north. No, northeast. Let's go and have a look. try and avoid getting too close to the enemies that will attack us on sight. Warcraft's over to you. Oh, sorry. You're doing really well, right? But I think there's another one. And well, it calls to me even more fervently than the last. Is it east, I think? Yes, to the east. Oops. Let's go. Okay. Nice work. The earth here feels sealed, and yet there's another disturbance. And it's big, real big. It's hard to describe. It feels sort of wronger. I think it might be what's causing all of this. Number 3 Semi said we weren't confronted. We can't just let it corrupt the rest of the forest. However powerful it is, it can't be any more powerful than you. You're amazing. Say is, I'm willing to risk a scolding if you are. It's not far from you. Somewhere to the southeast, I think. Shall we at least have a closer look? Yeah, we can go deal with it. Here it is. I don't think you need to be able to hear the voice and knows that, do you, Art? But the corruption is definitely coming from somewhere around here. That's odd. As soon as we arrived, that sense of wrongness I had suddenly felt less, well, it just felt less. I think it's trying to hide. It's almost as if it's holding its breath, or hiding. See that? Just in that one spot there, the air seems wrong. Ugh! Avoid the scent. Of course. This creature's avoids them. Their breath seems to escape with them. Careful, also, these arrows out if you need explosions. Destroy power of corruption. Let's come to disturbance first. The DVD to deal with the ads. Ooh, okay, she collapsed. That's not good. Oh, she's fine. It's an amazing art, Bert. Did the breeze always feel this good? Is the ground always this warm? I'm so glad I finally understand. I just wish I could tell my mother how incredible nature feels. Oh, you're injured. Here. Don't worry, healing doesn't drain me anymore. Not since I learned how to borrow from nature. Ah, it's good she finally learned their lesson. I have you to thank for that, Artbert. Let's return to the guild. We have to explain everything to Brother soon. Alright. So all that's left now first I'll check on the level of my companion. We're fine. Archer time. Well, this is unfortunate. So there. Lee, Arbor, I told you not to follow me. I neither need nor want. Don't take me for a fool. You can't conceal the truth from this archer's eye. Arbor, the others are almost upon us. We must make our stand here and protect Sylvain. I'm friends with you. Then you won't have to die alone. One incoming plane. Careful, these ones are feisty. Oh shit. Giant bastards, how dare you attack our people? Any more? That's it? Yep. There'll be another duty then for capturing Pawa. I told you, I do not need or want your assistance. Quite why you have deluded yourself into thinking. You're the one who's deluded, thinking you could deceive us. And even a blind man could see that you cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. Observe with intent, overlooking not the smallest detail. Observe your subject's unique characteristics and recognize patterns in their behavior. I learned these things from Luciane and from you. Now be damned if I'm going to watch you get yourself killed. Still so much I don't know about Gridania and wildwood archery. What I need you to teach me. Suppose fixing your form is the least I can do. Why you? Paul's gang is already on the move. We have but one chance to catch them. Poachers throughout the 12s would use bone whistles like this one to communicate. With it, I believe you can lure Paula out of hiding, assuming she has not moved to them. So that's why you came to Taker's Ross, for this gang's whistle. Arbor, if you are determined to help me, I have a task for you. Paula was last seen near Asamhar. The east of the camp, through a hollow tree trunk, is a clearing where two streams meet, and F's are one to congregate. We'll lay our trap there, and you will be the bait. Don't fear, Albert. I swear on my honor as a Gridonian archer that no harm will come to you. I believe you. I think I know the place he means. If I'm right, yep. It is in fact the place I was thinking about when he said F's congregate. Well, on we go. Don't care, bypassing the fate and heading straight for the mission. This is the last one we need to finish off all the class quests and just be on to the job upgrade quests. I think I'm gonna have to wrap up the stream before I can actually finish all the job upgrade quests. Well, it'll be a good way to start the next stream, I guess. Box. I knew I should have trusted the gut. Ooh, I feel their heart's beating. Some blokes just can't take a hint. I do hope you will forgive my forwardness, madam. No, sir. No, sir. 'Tis most flattering. Wouldn't you agree, sisters? Why don't we show our gallant wildwood admirer and his mates just how much we appreciate their attentions? I hope you'll like it rough, darling. Leah, Albert, deal with the others. Paolo and I have unfinished business. Sure. My sisters ain't here liking to, but if you that's your trouble. Or is it getting a bit chilly out? No, it's like people warm and toasty. Spread out, she has oiled arrows. Oh, that's cute. Really won. We win. Hey. Ah, she's trying to run. It's not gonna work. And I thought you only had eyes for me. Oh, she just got launched. Oh, must have been some sort of concussive arrow. Oh, I can't. I won't. That you will. To prison. Yay! Should be able to use the return. We did it! Another one done. And I think that's it. I am relieved to see you again, Ardbert. Had the three of you not been united in your purpose, Pawamujak would still be free, and one or more of you would surely be dead. I am so proud of you, Ardbert. Not only have you mastered our teachings, but you have also helped your guildmates regain the perspective that they had lost. Showing compassion to your peers, I wish to teach you a new technique, Windbite. With Windbite, you can bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponents. They will suffer long after you have knocked your next arrow. It will serve you well in battle, I am certain. All archers walk the same path, Ardbert, toward improvement and discovery. As long as you have the vision to see the path ahead, you will continue to mature and excel. You will all go weary and lose direction in time. When this befalls you, I have no doubt that you will find your way back to us. Trust in your eyes, Ardbert, they will never lead you astray. Yay. Ah yes, Windbite. Well met, Ardbert. Would we have time for banter? We're all up in arms here. Yet another XIV dirigible has been spotted over the 12th wood, you see. Their reappearance calls to my mind the Battle of Griffin Crossing. I say battle. Most are agreed that massacre would be rather more apt. Aye, the Ixo dealt us a crushing defeat that day. Right around this time of year it was. More than 2 decades past. A humiliating episode in our history, to be sure. The heavens forbid that we ever forget it. Failure is the finest, if not the kindest of teachers. Finest, if not the kindest. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to read it in a way that makes more sense. Of teachers, and few things drive a man better than its sting. But let's speak of cheerier matters. Now you've already heard, but a renowned archer has recently returned to Twellswood. The one they call the God's Bow. That's his title, of course. His birth name is Jahantel, and he was once of the God's Quiver. The man was a legend even then. There was no honor greater than being taken under his tutelage. That's not all there is to it, mind you. Jahantel was also a skilled bard, one of the rare few capable of inspiring others to great feats through song. Following the God's Bow in return, dozens of us flocked to him in hopes of training under a legend, yours truly included. Alas, the meetings haven't unfolded quite as we had hoped. Jahantel has refused to teach each and every suitor that's approached him thus far. Though it should be mentioned that the topics he is reluctant to instruct us in do not include poetry and song, so he's exceedingly keen to teach us all about them. Some few of us were tempted to take him up on the offer. save that we have a nation to defend. Far be it from my intent to belittle all those bards out there. I like my chances rather better charging in battle with a quiver than a harp. And here we were hoping that transcendent mastery of the bow might be ours. As Sparklinger, I wager you have the interest in that self-same poetry and song. Come now, there is no call for shyness, and there is more to life than battle. You present yourself as a pupil of Janto, I happen to know his whereabouts. I give the sound that he has made his camp somewhere west of Quarryville in South Shroud. Janto is an agreeable sort of fellow, and should be willing enough to meet with you. Truth be told, I'm still holding on to hope. If you can find a way into Janto's confidence, mayhap he can yet be persuaded to train us. I wish you the best of luck, friend. Okay, well, we know where we're going for that. Let's switch to Lancer. We're going to Lancer's Guild to turn that in. So, for Cassius no more. His was a tragic tale, and one that might have been so different. Had fate not dealt him such a cruel hand, could well have commanded a place of honor within these halls. Fails us not to dwell upon what might have been. It is enough that you are still with us, Ardbert. Let you wonder about your final trial. There will be none. I have seen all I need to see. You have proven beyond a shadow of doubt that yours is a genuine courage. In recognition of this, I shall pass to you the secret of Lance Charge, one of the most potent abilities in our arsenal. You are a Lancer in your own right now. There is not more I can teach you. From here onwards, it is up to you to seek out such challenges as will make you grow. Like attracts like, and the strong are drawn to strength. Just as I once knew for certainty that I was destined to face the Lord of the Bramble Patch, so too will you find, or be found by, an adversary of equal worth. None can say what fate will bring, but armed with your courage, there is naught you need fear. Keep close to your heart the lessons you have learned here, and go forth to blaze a new trail with spear in hand. I dare say you might just be the right man for the job. The guild has urgent need of a capable Lancer for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out, if you will. I received word from an Ishgardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I would have you go and provide that aid. As you may already know, due to our ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional good dragoon on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligations to her allies. It is only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offer to dispatch a contingent of woodwheelers with all haste. Politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. It was later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, unbound by allegiances. And if its description say adventurers. Security being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Albrecht will receive you upon arrival. Okay, so that will take us to a region we haven't visited yet. Okay. So that's useful at least. Well, this is the last one for classes. I mean, once we finish this, let's see. 1, 2, yeah, 3, 4. We're nearly ready with the upgrades. Welcome back, Harper. Sylvie. I'm Ishmael's Success Guildmaster. Right, I take it the two of you conspired to defy my orders? Well, Forrest was suffering. Couldn't just walk away. It's not Arbert's fault. It's mine. It was all my idea. I take full responsibility. Calm yourself, child. You did nothing I did not foresee. I am of no mind to lecture you. Indeed, Redania is indebted to you for your heroic deeds. The corruption born of Akamon had taken root in the calamity-weakened soil. There is no telling how much further it might have spread if you had not defeated the creature. And if I am not mistaken, Sylvia had succeeded in drawing upon the energies of nature during the battle. How'd you... Yes, I did. I'm not really sure how it happened. I remember thinking how badly I wanted to help Barbara, and I suddenly felt the power surging within me. That is as it should be. One does not simply choose to borrow from nature's strength. Mind may command only that which the heart permits. In your desperation to help your friend, you opened your heart to nature. Nature responded to your need. But we must not forget your part in this, Albert. It's clear to me that your journey with Sylvie has brought you still closer to the pinnacle of our art. I believe you are ready for the last of my teachings. Thus it is with great pleasure that I pass on another of Abigail's magics. A more important form of the cure spell is now yours to command. I have no doubt that it will serve you well in your continued endeavors. Wheresoever you go, nature will go with you, my friend. Ever shall the earth meet your football and the wind guide your path. And now we get something else. Arbor, I'm glad you have come. I have a task of a most urgent and confidential nature. I can think of none other to whom I can entrust it. You're doubtless familiar with the Seedseers, yes? Kani Senna, Elder Seedseer, leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, and guardian of a fair nation? Clearly needs no introduction. But know you also of her siblings? The two young Padgels, Sister Rhea O'Senna and brother Arun Senna, make for Evershade as we speak, where they will perform a ritual of great import. Verily such import that it would be no overstatement to say that the very fate of Gridania hangs in the balance. As you will know, we dwell in this forest by the good graces of the elementals, eternal guardians of the Twelveswood, and most of all, the great one who dwells within the guardian tree. Their ceaseless warring and ill treatment of the trees that shelter us have aroused the Great One's ire. It is only by the ritual of which I spoke, that he may be placated. Thus the two Seedseers set out for Evershade, with nary a guard to accompany them. There lies the rub, and the nature of the favor I ask of you. By no means would I question the power of the Seedseers, but with the Great One's anger mounted, Twelveswood becomes a threatening domain for even the most puissant of conjurers. Pray hasten to Evershade and see that no harm falls into it. I can do that. What's this, though? Alright! The quest that gets you a unicorn. Your deeds of late have earned you the respect of all of Stillgate's fame. People say you are a breath of fresh air within these still caverns. Truly, you are an inspiration to us all. Having plied you with praise, I would make a request of you. An unusual creature has appeared near Fogwood Float in the North Shroud, where it is reported that he is badly wounded. While it hasn't proven itself a danger to the locals, a wounded beast is unpredictable at the best of times. Please find it and provide it with such succor as you are able. Okay, so Evershade, Elder Spring. We'll do that one later. Right now, let's focus on the job quests. I want to finish all those before I wrap up the stream and go to bed. So let's do it. What's this quest? bird in hand? Must own an apartment or an estate or be sharing an estate. Okay. That's clearly a quest that can only be done when we actually have a house, or at least, at the very least, a room. Well, first things first. Gotta extend the duration of having my chocobo out. Yeah, of course the fate failed. We joined at the last second. Okay, where are we going again? Sorry, just... Fuck. We were in a quest. We were in a fight, so when we fell... It's fine. Didn't count as death for our chocobo. Right. The area we need to go to is actually at ground level. We don't need to climb upwards to get to it. I merely just thought it did. But nope, we're fine. It's just through here. How can we hope to make it to the Guardian Tree with these ghastly creatures bursting forth like rampant weeds? If I'd known what we were in for, I'd have brought along a wood whaler or two. If I could dare say, I would return and do exactly that. Oh, do not be such a coward, sister. We are seed seers. These overgrown vermin are no match for us. Bold words, mother. Were they true words, we would have dispatched their enemy and arrived safely at their destination bells ago. A conjurer, are you? Brother Isumi, ever the warrior. For once, however, his solitude is most welcome. Might you help us dispose of these fell creatures? Have you no pride, sister? Seed Seer does not beg the aid of some common adventurer. Enough, brother. We have a duty to perform. A duty takes precedence over your silly notions of pride. Enough talk. Let us see to these pests. Ugh. Great One must not prove his presence. Oh, thank you, stay out of my way, adventurer. Down as many creatures as we can. take down this Bane Knight and then we're done. There we go. Duty complete. Well then. The tree basically said, "Here, have that crystal. Perhaps to see me. Does this adventurer inherit the legacy of Atoas Kant?" It was none other than Atoa himself who last performed the Quiet Night. No, I do not believe this adventure's arrival is mere coincidence. Bearer of the Soul Crystal, merit of arcane knowledge long since forbidden to those not of our kind. I know not why it is you he chose, but I believe our great forefather has led you to us today. Ancient tradition dictates the fighting be performed by 3 Pajans. Ah, but I misspeak. The ritual is performed by 3 white mages. Master Toro truly has chosen this adventure as a successor. Speak madness, sister. Surely you have not forgotten that Pajali tradition strictly forbids sharing the teachings with those not of our kind. The power of might magic is far too great to risk it falling into the wrong hands. And yet... And so you would uphold tradition merely for tradition's sake, even at the risk of incurring the Great One's wrath and bringing disaster upon our forest home? Have you so little faith in your own abilities, sister? We had seeds here, more than capable of slaying any beasts in our way and carrying out the ritual on our own. And he runs off. Of course he does. This petty bickering is getting us nowhere. Adventurer, I am sorry to trouble you with our silly sibling squabble. If you have the time, I would speak with you further, but not here. Come to Camp Tranquil, and come quickly. Time is of the essence. Well, her quest takes us back to where we need to be for the main scenario missions. So I will certainly go to speak with her later. First, we need to go to Oriel. Ugh. I'm getting tired, but we're nearly done. We've just got 2 more quests to wrap up. Because, well, we can finish Seer Folly very soon. Yeah, I know the person we're going to speak, and he hides inside this tree. There he is. Jahanto. Ah, another guest. You are kind to pay me visit, young one. Naught gives us elderly folk more pleasure than the company of the young. Add to it that steaming pot of tea and the beauty of the Twelveswood, and we could want for a little more. Ah, but the coral of your lips tells me that tea and scenery are not what you desire. You acknowledge archery, I take it, in which case I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Arbor, was it? Yes, I am Gianto, the one they called the God's Bow. But that was in another life. I have long cast aside my bow, taking instead a harp to my breast. For years I have lived as a bard, going wherever the wind blows, exulting in the beauty of creation through song. To be sure, I still have the eyes to recognize a promising archer when I see one, and you, young one, have promised. Keep your nose to the grindstone, one day you may count yourself a virtuoso of the bow. You'd know that virtuosity is worthless without virtue. Aye, the words of the ballad of the vainglorious fool tell us this much. I would like to know more about this. You truly wish to remain and learn poetry and verse? Well, well, well. I must admit to being rather taken aback. In uncertain days such as these, there are few indeed who would devote their time to song as opposed to more tangible endeavors. You intrigue me, young one. I find myself growing curious as to how the melodies of old might find expression through you. I do believe a certain friend of mine would be of the self-same opinion. Aye, that would be as good a place as any for us to begin. Listen well, Artwood. There is a Moogle named Pokenopoki who can oft be found wandering in areas situated east of here. I would have you present yourself to him. Pokenopoki is possessed of a discerning eye for talent. If he sees potential in you, I should be well satisfied that you indeed have the makings of a bard. Heed me, O Plosiant Alphic. Turn thee over the hourglass of time, and my gaze upon the battle of yore. Well, he wants me to find a Moogle. I guess we can't go find a Moogle. Who is way on the other side. I'm just gonna summon him out. I get that unicorn, I'm going to go ahead and add them to our favorites because they're a story acquired one. Yeah, you can all suck at that tricks into you guys. I guess we have no... wait, no. Just this one. Kupo, how could this have happened? It was just so embarrassing. A blunder for the ages, Kupo. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? It's a rare talent, I'll allow, but you've caught me a bad time, Kupo. Now be a good adventurer and show yourself out. Jahantel sent you. You should have said so sooner, Kupo. You do know that Jahantel is an Ori bard, yes? His songs to salve your heart and strengthen your resolve. They can banish your fears and fill you with hope. And that's not even scratching the surface. When I hear him perform, it's like bathing in sunbeams. Kupo, I've asked, begged, and pled more times than I care to count. But Jahantel is stay and sing in the forest. Only now has he deigned to step foot here again. But he's refusing to sing for us. That's a blatant breach of promise, Kupo. But what's this? Why, your being resonates with a chord similar to Chantal's, perhaps even identical, Kupo. By 12, it means that things may yet turn out as planned. Why, you might even have it in you to surpass the man, and that's saying a lot, Kupo. Yes, your coming had so excited me, my predicament nigh escaped my mind. There's a charm that I had meant to give to Chantal, you see, but it was stolen as I napped, Kupo. I roused just in time to espy the thief and attempt to give chase. Alas, drowsiness robbed me of balance, and I was delayed by this tree. Last I saw of that overbold brigand, he, or possibly she, was scurrying towards Taker's Rock, Kupo. Now I realize that we've only just met. Would you mind recovering the charm of Chantal in my stead? Yeah, I can do that. Ignoring. Grab the stolen crate. Again, ignoring as we run back to our friend. Good. They love this interest. Have you recovered the charm? You did it, Kabul. Please, you must now deliver to Jantel. Tell him that Pokenopoki thinks him a cunning rogue, but is excited nonetheless. So excited, in fact, that he can't help but sing. Oh, my dear friend. Alright. Welcome back, Arbor. You have a charming message. Very Pokepoke, you say? A cunning rogue, am I? I suppose I must expect. Pokenopoke and I go back a long way, so to when first I took up the harp. I made a promise to him then, one that I've yet to make good on. Pokenopoke has long desired that I remain in Twellswood to sing for the rest of my days. Regrettably, I have been ill able to oblige him. But he called, you see, at battlefields to stand upon and comrades to protect. Moreover, an event came to pass that rendered my being in Twellswood problematic. I thought that by taking eager souls such as you under my wing, mayhap I would suffice to appease Pokenopoke. Of course, he saw straight through my little ruse. When the Muggles lack in grace, they amply make up for in wit. The creatures are great lovers of music. That you return with his charm is proof positive of his high regard for potential as bard and archer both. The charm is a crystal known as the soul of the bard. Pokenopoke asked that you bring it to me, aye, but he meant for you to have it. It is a gift from the Muggles, bestowed upon those they deem worthy of walking the path of a true bard. The soul of the bard harbors memories of the past, verses and refrains sung by the bards of old. As you gain in worldly experience, more of these memories will find expression through your being, imbuing your song with power untold. It may surprise you to hear that bowmen and bards are his next of kin. By the same token, mastery of song is dependent upon one's prowess as an archer. The sense in this will be lost upon you at first, but in time the realization will dawn that bow and harp are but stringed instruments played by the same hand. Good Arbor, let your body and soul drink deep of the melodies of old. When next we meet, I hope to see a fully fledged bard standing before me, one who exceeds even Pokenopoke's wildest expectations. Yep, we've gained Mage's Ballad. So let's equip it. And just like that, let's get this down to where it should be. Alright. Now, next, we do want to go to where this one is, but in order to get to it, Perth Central Highlands, we need to go from the Black Shroud. Specifically from over near Fallgird Float. Conveniently, that's where that mission for the unicorn is. I think I'll go do that mission while I'm here. that's gonna be in my way. Alright. Okay. Don't care about the fate, only care about the fact there's an eager mare over here, poor thing. Unicorn! Look at her. The creature seems grateful to you. Alright. Now, I know the mission that I'm on doesn't require me to go too far into Kurthus, but because I know I'm gonna have to come back here later, I think I'd like to have the ability to fast travel there. So I'm gonna walk over to the fast travel point first. Or will I? Is it that far away? Nope. Oh wait, it is actually pretty decent distance. It's fine. It's actually not that far from Fallgird Float, so I can just walk from there. Oh, you must be the adventurer of whom the wand sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Albrecht Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being of the essence, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen. I have reason to believe the culprit has come this way, so as we ask your assistance in its recovery. The theft has been identified as a man named Estinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. You heard true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that the fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. My duties to the sea afford me little opportunity to travel far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to a grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I was told this century by the name of Logandanero. I have knowledge of routes off taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I prefer to keep my identity a secret, and thus would have you gather what information you can from him. Yes, I could. If you see, Estinian is... I've already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sighted, Estinian was clad in black armor. Now go and speak no word of what I have told you to anyone. Alright. First I'm going to go to that Chocobo Keep. Okay, so that one only offers the stops I've connected to, so I definitely need to get to that fast travel point. Routes favored by guardian refugees? That's a question I don't hear every day. You're not planning some unsavory acts yourself, are you? Even if you were, I doubt you'd make it far. A-Road. We caught a few fleeing to the North Shroud, while with Gridania being home to nearly as many Elizin as Ishgard. is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to visit Florentel's spire in the North Shroud and speak with a man named Idrstan. If any suspicious persons have crossed the border in recent days, he'd be the first to know. Okay, that's a good clue. Let's go and find this person. Yeah, it's actually not that far from Balgard. So until I actually get directed to go to that place, I'll stick to just walking from Balgard to this place, to the observatorium, whenever the story requires me to. Interesting. Hail, adventurer. Yes, I am the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our land by way of Kurthis. A Ashgardian knight clad in black armor. No, I recall nothing of the sort. Such a striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, friend. I can only suggest you return to Logadanrel and see if he has any other theories. It would be good if the place that we're traveling to actually had its own aetheryte. It should have one, but it doesn't because it's too close to another one. And again, this was in the days when areas that were basically part of the same map couldn't have more than one aetheryte. There's only one area of the map I can think of that does, but the two halves of that map are split apart by an entire river that you can only get across using a boat. So they might as well not be part of the same map, really. No luck, you say? Most curious. But it is not impossible that a fugitive could make it this far without being a spy from Florentel's spire. At least the possibility your man is still in Ishgard. It runs counter good sense. Would the fugitive not want to put a distance of grounds between him and his pursuers? By the process of reduction is a possibility. Plans of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. That said, there has been talk of curious smoke waiting from a cave east of here at night. Were I you, I might begin my search there. There's the cave. But it looks like it's... yeah, Ixal. Oh well. They're here, we need to fight them. And that was for the maelstrom. Fine, just one wants to fight us. Alright, campfire. Investigate. Nope, and here's Astidian, our first appearance of him. that Ishgard resorted to sending coin-starred adventurers after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. The eye. It rouses for another? Preposterous. Our paths shall cross again. You can be sure of it. Huh. So, Huntlove Maelstrom. It just was only one pixel time? Wow. Okay. Fair enough. A dragon, a druid clad in black, you say? Tell me all that transpired. By the fury, the eye would choose another. I had not thought it possible in light of recent events. It would seem an explanation is ordered. The eye is no ordinary relic. It harbors the power of the dragoon, which is posed upon a single chosen soul, the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed of the power to fight our mortal foes, the dragons of Reborn, on equal footing, soaring the firmament as if it were an extension of the land. That man is known as a Azure Dragoon. Azure Dragoon is the light of hope for all his guardians, and the paragon of all dragoons. For this reason, you may imagine how it pains me to have to confess the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Estinian's misdeeds. I need to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye. But I cannot do this alone. Pray your help, Artbert. You, who have received the power of the dragon. You may labor to believe it, but there can be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I can ill explain, however, is the why of it. Never before in Guardian's long history has the eye roused to more than one individual in a single generation. It avails us not to cudgel our brains about it. The fact of the matter is that you are now a vessel for the power of the dragon. That dragon lies yet in slumber, however. You must needs possess the means to awaken it. The soul of the dragoon. I would entrust you with mine, Artbert. Like Estinian, I once ruled the skies as a Azure Dragoon, though that power has since before become lost to me. It was simply by force of habit that I have hitherto kept the soul upon my person. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seen fit to choose a second, and an outsider at that. Yet one thing is clear. None can challenge the Azure Dragoon and conceivably prevail, save another Azure Dragoon. Your only hope of bringing Estinian to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. I may be a dragoon no more, but what knowledge I have, I shall gladly impart to you. For indeed, when the time comes and you must face the Azure Dragoon, not less than complete mastery over the power of the dragon will avail ill. That a perilous road lies ahead of you, I shall not deny. Knowing this, if you would still lend me your lance, I will teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. We have gained the power of jump. Okay. You know what? I would rather not have to walk here every time I need to. Well, I will need to walk either way. but I would rather have fast travel to the same map area via an option. So I'm gonna head to that fort as we can see in the distance, sync up with its aetherite, and then fast travel back to Redania first. To get uniform power. Actually, no, we'll go to Old Doll first, then Redania, then Camp Tranquil. Oh, that's above me. Last one still has a quest that isn't complete. Alright. There's the quest. Let's do it. Greetings to you once more, Albert. I had a feeling this unique opportunity would be nigh impossible for you to ignore. Let's proceed directly to the ritual, shall we? According to the records we recovered, the summoners of old performed these rites in a land in which the naturally dominant elements matched the aspect of the avatar they wish to call forth. Only in such a place might one sufficiently shift one's etheric balance in the desired direction. The element of fire is especially strong here in the Segovia Desert. I can think of no land more fitting in which to summon an incarnation of the Lord of the Inferno. Before we begin, I must insist that you accept this gem. It may appear of little worth, but within its faceted depths dwell the memories of long-deceased summoners. And you must focus. Visualize the ether flowing through you. A vibrant current of energy transforming into living fire. Hold this image in your mind. The raging heat of your life force shall spawn an egg breathed in flame. Be aware that this nascent entity will appear before you unbound and hostile. It is your charge to overpower the avatar and establish itself as its master. Path the summoner is long if not fraught with peril. There it is. He's almost... Oh, wait, I think the end is slippery art, but... If you summon spices, but have a care that you don't surround you. Your shadow crimson nails amplify the enemy's power. Do this. Yay, we did it. Most impressive armor. Fireborn Eki has submitted to your will. You have mastered the austerities of flame. That is no small feat. Great, let's return to Kala Falls and we might further discuss your achievement. Okay, so that one takes us back to Gudania. So, yeah, sure, we can turn in 2 quests. First, I'll go ahead and turn in the one for the Conjurers. Get myself a unicorn. Welcome back, Upper. Were you able to find the creature? What did it look like, if I might ask? 4-legged and tall, with a pristine white coat, a single horn protruding from its brow. There is no mistake. That was a unicorn you killed. Unicorns are rare, majestic beasts native to the inner region of Corthus. They are extremely shy and are wont to avoid all contact with man. The notion that you were able to gain its trust is most thrilling. I've seen enough wild creatures to know its behavior towards you means more than simple gratitude. Nay, the Yokar must have sensed kinship in you. Should you doubt my word, however, pray take this whistle and prepare yourself. A truly uplifting experience awaits. Gained from story missions, so worth using like that. But yeah, the Arcanist is the one that's getting the upgrade to becoming a new class. Because Conjurer is basically... Sorry, Scholar is basic. Well, it is in some ways an upgrade to Arcanist. It is in reality more its own thing. Whereas Summoner is just straight up an upgrade. This is truly a momentous occasion. You have rescued the lost art of summoning from the grasping mire of forgotten history. But you must know more of the avatar you have found. In the ancient time of the Allegan Empire, it will be known as Ifrit Egi, where Egi translates approximately to pure or the essence of. In short, you obtained a willful manifestation of Ifrit's raging fire. As you might expect from an entity born of the Lord of Inferno, this avatar has the capacity for instructions to serve you well in your battles to come. With such an ally at your command, it is not too soon to take upon yourself the title of Summoner. You have proven yourself more than worthy of the soul crystal you now possess. Yet be that as it may, the road before you is long and arduous. If you are to triumph in this age of conflict, you must needs master more than just the Egi of fire. Lest you next fix your gaze upon claiming the servant of a yielding stone. This will of course necessitate you joining an expedition to defeat the primal known as Titan. This beloved divinity of the kobolds poses the greatest threat to Limsa Lominsa. It is there that you shall find the allies in your cause. The risks are great, but so too are the rewards. The top of the Lord Crags. We shall see about getting you an Eggy. I pressed the button by accident, yeah. Yay. don't think I gained anything else of importance. Yep, thought not. And just like that, aside from White Mane, everything is upgraded. But good news is, that's where we're gonna go next. Because then we'll be right by where the next story mission is. And ready to start it. Thank you, coming adventurer. Forgive my brother's rudeness. He cannot help that he was born with a head of solid stone. Anyways, I do not believe we have been properly introduced. I am Raya Osena, a Pajjo, as you can see, a sister of the elder seeds here. You are, but yes, Brother Isumi has spoken of you, most highly at that. As you might have heard, my brother, Eru, and I were en route to the Guardian Tree. They are the Great One, by whose grace we dwell here and reside. The gentlest of guardians when at peace, the destructive force that knows no bounds when angry. As the Great One goes, so goes our fate. The creatures you helped us dispatch, doubtless they too were roused to hostility by the Great One in his anger. When you only look around you and see, the force grows more and more threatening with each passing hour. So as we traveled here to quell the Great One's fury, formed a quiet way. Days of old, the ritual was, without fail, performed by 3 white mages, with our elder sister occupied with her many duties. My brother and I thought to attempt it on our own. Everyone was quite confident, but I had my doubts. It was then that you arrived, and shortly thereafter became one of the chosen few to be gifted with the white mage's soul crystal. It is no small honor. That gem marks you as an inheritor of the magic of our ancestors. My brother's pride may blind him, but the signs are clear as day to me. You are not Pajjo, but Atoa Kant meant for you to be here today, to perform the ritual with us. Atoa Kant is known to all as one of the greatest mages in our history. Even more so, he was known for being something of an eccentric. In defiance of tradition, he bid farewell to his forest home, wandering the realm, healing the wounds of the land and its people wheresoever he went. A several cause, yes. Alas, Atoa was never to return. He perished in a far-off land, and having taken no apprentices, his legendary powers were lost to us for eternity. Or so I believed, until I met you. And yet for all his stubbornness, there is some truth to my brother's words. Ancient law forbids us from sharing the teachings of white magic outside of our own kind. There are reasons for this, which I would share with you when the time is right. There are many who would not approve of this arrangement. Still, I am convinced that it is Atoa's will that we bring you into the fold. And so I welcome you, Arbor of the White. I can feel the Great One's fury welling up even now. Time is short, and yet while you may have been chosen by Atoa, I fear your journey as a white mage has just begun. Return to me when you have further honed your skills, and we shall proceed with your training. That's a presence of mind. Okay. And just like that, we're done. All classes have been upgraded to jobs, and when we return, we'll be able to continue with the main story without fear. So I look forward to that. I'm gonna go ahead and take this leave before I forget that it's there. Looking for a spot of work, and then you come to the right place. I am Merith Threlwyn, representing the Adventurers Guild. As leading station here at Camp Tranquil, I'm responsible for assigning the various tasks that come from the beleaguered locals. A number of these tasks can entail a significant bit of danger. However, if I am to set you loose on my leaves with good conscience, I must first be convinced of your capacity to surmount the challenges you're likely to encounter. How about we start you off with a lead of my choosing and see how you get on? Let's try this one, shall we? Alright. I think this is a good place to stop for the day. Well, I certainly would like to continue and keep going. I think it is late. I need sleep. I do have work tomorrow. But yeah, it's been fun. I certainly look forward to seeing how things go next time. Until then, as always, I've been Sparks, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. See yas.